This is the Franklin Public Library Board of Trustees meeting on Wednesday, February 28th, 2018. The meeting will be called to order. I see a quorum is here. First thing I will do is we'll stand for a pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think I gave you the wrong thing. That's minutes, right?
You have an agenda?
Yeah, you want agenda.
I'll take the minutes too.
Okay, I'm going to call the roll.
Okay.
NBC.
Present.
Iris.
Present.
Islin. Tom Lennon.
He's
is
out.
absent. Nick Champa, I'm here. Agnes.
Here.
Here. Ed Ward. Here.
Thank you.
John Clyde is not here. And Mayor Kramer. Here. Okay, I see that a quorum is here. January Adams is also present. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, also called the Sunshine Law. The schedule and notification of this meeting have been provided to the Courier News, the Home News Tribune, and the Franklin Township Clerk. Copies have been posted in the library's vestibule and are also available at the reference desk. I'd now like to open the meeting to any members of the public.
I'm a public.
Yes.
I'm a public, but I don't have anything to say because there's been no meeting yet.
Okay.
I could say
I
something
defer.
without any meeting happening whatsoever. I actually asked to attend. My name is Michael Steinberg. I'm at 28 Market Street here in Somerset. And I talked to our good mayor about coming just to fill you all in on what the Cultural Arts Council, Franklin Township Cultural Arts Council, has been up to in terms of our fundraising campaign to gift a performance gazebo to the town. And because the location of the gazebo is going to be adjacent to the library, I want to make sure we were fully transparent and you all knew what we were up to before a shovel hit the ground. And you all said, what in the hell is going on next to the library? So that said, so I've been involved with the Cultural Arts Council since its inception in 2011. 2012, I think, when we were formally designated by town council resolution. So we are part of the township. We have a partnership with another nonprofit where we're have been raising money, collecting donations, both cash and in kind, to build a gazebo. If you're interested, I can show you quickly a set of plans, just so you kind of know where we're at. So the gazebo has been fully approved by the Township Council under the oversight of the Township Manager. So if you want to kind of take a peek, it's going to be used by the town. The intention is for it to serve as a focal point for us to fulfill our mission, which is to strengthen Franklin Township and bring the residents of the township together through the arts. That means all the township. So all, yes, sir.
No, you can come up.
Yeah.
We can look. Take your feet.
So that
We're good.
yeah.
We're good.
So the mission of the Cultural Arts Council is not to promote the arts, it's to strengthen the community through the arts. So we're really about bringing the different villages, the different peoples, cultures, faith traditions, interests of the people of Franklin, all 70-some thousand, right, Mayor? 68?
67, 68. Yeah.
68 and 48 square miles in the 8 villages. So that means that we want to very intentionally conduct programming with using this gazebo to bring those different interests and peoples together in one place. And so we have raised over $40,000 to date. We had originally started with a time frame of 1 to 2 years, but one donor with particularly deep pockets encouraged us to do it quicker. So we're shooting for July and for the 4th of July celebration. That may or may not happen, but I can tell you that we do have the location marked out, and the township is ready to do their part. So the township is not providing any funds nor materials, but we have materials coming in from various donors as well as the cash that we've raised to pay the builder who will be constructing the gazebo. So as I said, it's 38 feet by 30. It's considered oval, but what that actually means is it's kind of a stretched octagon. It won't be that high. It'll be about maybe 28 inches off the ground, but it will have an 8-foot span between the decking and that top roof area. It's going to have a green steel roof. It'll be white. We have a 20-foot span opening with steps, so this is intended for the types of, you all could have functions out on the gazebo. Would be perfect for, I'm sure, some of your programming if you wanted it out of doors. But in addition, when the mayor marries new couples, when we have we do a lot of work with the schools, so we really make sure that we always stay connected. We're trying to bring the schools closer in closer connection to the community at large. So having programming, could be the madrigal singers, which I'm sure some of you know about. My daughter's one of them. It could be, some smaller theatrical productions, maybe with some of the students at SGS or the other schools doing that for the community. Could be musical performances. So again, it's not intended to be a large, full-scale theater. But it does have a 20-foot opening, and so it's looking good. And I just wanted to kind of answer any questions you all had, make sure you're aware of it, make sure you know who I am. If you have any future questions, you can reach out to me. And Mayor, I don't know if you have any comments to fill in the gaps, but
There will be electricity to it.
Truth.
And,
he speaks the truth.
Night events, amplifiers can be used.
Yeah.
It's a great thing.
It'll be an accessible ramp for people who...
I actually work in the disability field,
Yeah.
and a non-starter was that it would be fully ADA compliant. So yes, the back, what you won't see in the plans is actually, which
That's
those are
what I'm
good.
asking.
Those will be separate plans.
That's what I'm asking.
So let me just show you, since you did ask, and I'm glad you did ask, makes me feel good. The current plan is, so ADA requires 1 foot of ramp for every 1 inch elevation, plus a landing for I think it's every 12 feet, but I have to check on that. But basically what it would come off, there would be a deck kind of coming off this back corner. Actually, no, this is the back corner. So it'd be coming off the back corner. It would start the incline there, and then you have 38 feet to work with. What we're required to have is a 24-foot ramp plus whatever platforms you need. So it'd probably be platform, and then down to the slab. And then it would continue to a sidewalk that would run out to, the sidewalk that runs, where am I? Right out here in front. So as you go out and head toward DeMott, it would connect there. So, fully ADA compliant, wheelchair accessible, but it's really just universal design. It's just smart design that allows us to wheel equipment, if there's musical equipment up the ramp, older folks that don't want to use the steps.
What's that word?
And
Yeah.
Senior citizens.
senior citizens. Well, in some places they don't like that terminology, but because that's a field I work in. But people move beyond elderly. They move beyond a lot of things.
One question. Deck material will be what?
The deck material will be what's the word?
Because there's a PVC that looks just like porch flooring right now that works
Yeah,
very
it tracks.
well.
It is tracked. And so it's not wood.
Okay.
It is. So this is all designed to be very low maintenance, and you'll have vinyl wrap and things like that. And the roof's a 100-year roof.
It's metal.
It is. Yep. So it's similar to maybe some of the roofs you'll see on the other. I don't think we call them gazebos, but
Yeah.
Did you say it's metal?
it is
It's
metal.
metal roof.
Do you have a lightning rod on the top?
Yeah, I don't.
Probably.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Probably should have.
Yeah. So I don't think they,
Absolutely.
I don't think they are required, but there might be grounding.
Well, if you have a lightning rod, then
yeah.
it gets grounded.
Yeah.
So we have several of these already in the township with metal roofs, so we'd have to check and see what the code requires and how they have it set up, but
Okay.
Yep.
And your organization is
That's all right.
funding it? And then you're gonna
The
turn it over
community is
to-
funding it.
The community is
Yep.
funding it, and then they're gonna turn it over to the township?
yes, this is going to be gifted to the township in full.
And then the township has accepted maintenance,
Track stack doesn't mean maintenance.
Yeah.
Easy.
okay.
Well, I mean, we built it for minimal maintenance, but yeah,
Yeah.
so ongoing maintenance would be the township. We're also taking care of, all the other, gutter work, obviously, but also landscaping and, actually, I think there's a developer I just talked to who's gonna donate all the gutter work, and we have somebody else we're talking to about landscaping, and we have a group that's donating all the concrete and stone for the footings and slab, so.
Will the electric be underground utility? Or- okay.
Yeah, run in PVC, 2-inch PVC pipe,
Okay.
100 watt, I think, and it'll, so the township will
That's
do the.
coming off of the library, isn't that the
Yes.
intention?
Yep,
So,
it comes
You were told
from
about that?
somewhere back here, so the
Not
township,
officially. I found out through word of mouth.
okay.
yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops and oops.
So, well, one of the things is, I know that I was just at the township yesterday, so they only just decided kind of what they were doing and how. They did do the markup, which is, you'll see a bunch of flags and things like that. That's to determine what's underground, so what utilities, what gas lines, what electric, and then also to make sure that if, running off the library, kind of where that would go, but it'd be a 2-inch PVC pipe running underground.
A
couple
of question.
I'm sorry, Jeremy.
I actually have two questions.
Yep.
Where does the front of it face?
So if you can, how we have the tree-lined area kind of goes toward DeMott, right?
Right.
And then you have the huge field over here.
Right side there.
So this is nestled in the trees with the facing DeMott. So if you think of that as kind of a great lawn, tree-lined
So
great
the
lawn.
opening faces Demont, is that?
Yeah, but all the way back here. But
Yeah.
we're 35.
Yeah, I've seen the flags,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
35 feet. We, Carl Hawk and I, from DPW, we measured it out actually a couple days ago, and we were like solid 35 feet off the building. So it's not going to be crowding the library, and there's enough. We had to have enough room for, mowers, big mowers to get through all that kind of stuff. So this 20-foot opening would be facing DeMott. We'll also have some lighting. Hopefully, we'll get some donations so that at night it would be a fixture even when it's not using. So that kind of thing. Yes.
Who will be responsible for keeping the calendar of what events are happening when? And as the library has rooms here that, organizations can use if it's
Yep.
available, will that same thing be available for this?
Yeah, I mean, we are the township, so the Cultural Arts Council is the township.
Do you have
and-
anything in writing that I could put something in our local news,
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. And we have a website, and I'll tell you about another event we're doing. But to your first question, we are seated under the rec department, but the Cultural Arts Council would be managing the calendar. Per
We
the,
would want to coordinate the library calendar, just to make sure,
Yeah.
in the off chance there might be something that conflicts with it.
Sure.
We just want to coordinate.
like outside events or something, or
We don't have outside events, but I
Okay.
guess,
Yeah.
like if we have a big inside
Parking or
event.
something.
it might-
There shouldn't be a problem, just coordination is always
Yeah.
good. I had 3 questions for January, actually the third, most important one, which was exact location. 2 other questions. You don't happen to have an artist rendering with you?
So no, these are the sealed engineered drawings
Okay.
of what it is. There's not a,
I think I saw Bill Greco had something.
I whipped something up on Photoshop
Okay.
just to kind of give us some kind of visual.
And
But it's
is
not
it
to
all-
scale.
Is it all open, or is there any enclosings on the side?
So the way the design is now, and you won't see the benches, so there's a 20-foot opening and 20 feet of stairs coming down the front, right? So, and actually, according to code, we don't even have to have any railings at
Right.
all because it's under 30 inches, but in terms of elevation. But we will have railings, as you see, kind of going around, except where the ramp is accessible.
It's basically an open gazebo with a railing.
Yeah, okay, absolutely. And an 8-foot, I don't know if you're here for that, but 8-foot clearance.
There
between
may
the-
have been a problem for Mr. Goshen there, but for the
Yeah.
mayor and I, absolutely not.
The big guy? Okay. And, yeah, so, any other?
Another question?
Sure.
With,
I got plenty of time. Our thing's not till 6:30.
6:30. With plugging and amplifiers and such, is that gonna be engineered that a stray person couldn't come along and just plug in whatever they wanted and use electricity?
We would probably have the, it's probably, but there would be a box that would be secured. Not terribly concerned about it, but I mean, yeah, we can have the box concerned that runs to the gazebo itself. And the township actually is taking care of all that directly. We're paying for the materials, but they're gonna do all the electrical work, and run it out there, and Carl Hawk at DPW's got the game plan.
Now, will this be illuminated at night inside?
That's our hope. If we get we'll probably be, you can imagine, under LED underlighting,
right.
and then probably I'd like to see the cupola illuminated as well.
Okay, so
There might be some.
probably 100 watts or
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
With LEDs, you can do quite a bit with 100 watts.
And we may, you could even, this is something I know that we on the Cultural Arts Council want to support. So if it comes down to, solar kind of floods, just to kind of give it some illumination at night, we could do something like that. We haven't really crossed that bridge. The main thing
Okay.
is getting the
Okay.
underlighting.
Yeah.
But any production lighting, things like that, that will be brought in. There's not going to be any permanent lighting at this point, like affixed in the
Right.
ceilings and things like that. Same with sound, no permanent sound.
Was there an article in the Franklin Township newspaper that the monthly, that goes, because I read an article and then I sent a check right away, so whoever put
Awesome.
that article
Thank
in. No, because I think it's a wonderful, it's a wonderful.
We're excited. I wish I could take credit for it, but I have to give credit to Bill Grippa. So, and also Bill's done an amazing.
Don't give him too much.
I know.
Said-
I know.
Well,
We don't have, but no, but he
Sherman worked
had
a
a great
You
idea.
get that?
He had a great
Right.
idea, and he's worked his butt off to get. We're all doing work on fundraising, but he's done a great job raising.
Well, I'll
funds
tell you,
for
if
it.
you could convey our appreciation to the Cultural Arts Council and to
Absolutely.
Bill for his work.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's gonna be a big asset to the library.
How will you prevent misuse of it? Like,
Well, I think it's the same question for any facility like that in the parks or the. It's, people, we actually, I don't know what, you'd have to define misuse, but it's not like people, if nothing's happening there during the day, people want to go up and sit and hang out and enjoy it, that's what we want.
well, mostly like the kids.
Right.
I have an answer. There's a police station 200.
You're right.
And they drive in and out that trail.
Only longest.
So I don't know how much of a vandalism or graffiti or any of that
Well,
kind
the
of
point
thing.
is,
Yeah.
it's going to be, have some little bit of light there.
Oh,
at
yeah,
night,
yeah.
so-
Oh, at night, yeah.
Yeah,
And
so-
I'm sure it'll be well guarded, as just as the municipal complex is, and the library itself, so.
Okay. Michael, thank you very much.
You betcha. All right, I gotta steal these back from you.
Okay, I see they're very current.
They are.
10 years old, yeah.
Yep. Well, we had our preliminary drawings, and these are the actual sealed engineer drawings, so they've already been reviewed.
Do you have a card?
I do have a card, but it's probably my work card, which is, I work at Rutgers, but the Cultural Arts Council website is www.franklincac.org, and if anybody's interested in donating to the, we're in our last push for the last 10,000, so anything you all might want to contribute would be greatly appreciated. I'm also organizing a music event at the high school on May 12th, which is a Saturday, and that's going to be a fundraiser for the project. But it's also, I think, an opportunity that we really want to bring the whole community together through this. It's a Motown concert at the auditorium in the high school. So that's, and on the same website,
Okay.
you can buy tickets for it.
Okay, thank you very much.
You bet, anytime.
Well, we're still in the open public comment portion of the meeting. Is there anyone else who would like to make a comment at this time?
No, thank you.
Okay. I'll open discussion and acceptance of the minutes prior meeting. Is there a motion to accept minutes from January 24th meeting?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
NBC?
accept, yeah.
Second.
And Iris. What a team.
Always.
Okay, so the minutes are accepted as presented. I would like to ask January for her director's reports.
Let's start with the financial.
Yeah, they look good. Does anyone have any questions about or any concerns? I looked these over pretty carefully and tried to fill in where things hadn't come billed yet, and I see we're heading toward a small surplus at the end of the year, at the end of the fiscal year. Any other comments? January, do you have any concerns here? Okay. How about your operations report?
So, we can talk about this here. Regarding the property that we're interested in, we got the letter of interpretation from the DEP back on February 14th, so that part of it's all set. And our staff got a $500 grant from the New Jersey Maker's Day, so they're gonna buy some materials for that. And we had 1,390 people at 100 programs at the library. One of the biggest ones was the Swingadelic concert. They had 63 people come in. And we also had a free flu shot clinic that I think 24 people took advantage of. It wasn't us, it was the health department. It wasn't, we don't give shots. And the AARP has started doing their yearly tax returns for senior citizens and other people who are income disadvantaged. If you want to come to this, since we're on camera, you have to contact the AARP directly. Their number is 908-541-5710. And that's the number to call AARP to set up a session to have your taxes done. And they can tell you who's eligible. And I think that's it.
Thank you. President's report, I have nothing to report at this time. Correspondence. You have,
Okay, you got 4 articles this time. The first one was about net neutrality. The second one was about leaders of the pack, which is using support staff to full advantage. And the final one, which I actually put in your packets before the 14th, is about guns in the library. I didn't know if anybody had any questions or comments about any of these.
the only comment I have is that obviously recently the subject of misbehaving people with guns has come to the fore, and there will be John Ravalli and our Chief of Police, Richard Grammer, are very concerned with this, and they're holding an informational meeting on March 21st at 7 o'clock in the Franklin Middle School auditorium. This will be informational. It'll tell how the Board of Education is working with the police department to further make safe the buildings that they're responsible, that the Board of Education has. It might be nice if we have a volunteer from this organization attend that meeting on March 21st, just to bring us information that we might consider in thinking about safety in our buildings.
I'll volunteer with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna volunteer, because I will be there.
You will be there,
Alright,
good,
school
good.
administrator,
Yes.
district administrator.
Yes.
Oh, actually, it was called by Nancy LaPorte and myself, and I will be there, so.
Okay, so we will have good representation, excellent showing of people. At some point, I think after that, we should have a discussion of how this building and any other buildings that we might act, for instance, exits, number of exits and where they are and so forth.
I should add that every couple of years we have active shooter training here.
Oh, good.
Nice. And I can send you all a copy of the flyer if you don't have it.
I think I got an email from
Okay. All right.
somebody that had, yeah, it's good. You might send it to us,
Yeah,
trustees.
could you send it
Yeah.
to us?
I send it to January, you can